Hey everyone, what's up? So here's something super interesting and cool. Sandwich.io. It's a Raspberry Pi system with an onboard power, a dedicated cooling layer, and even RGB LEDs for aesthetics. This setup is called sandwich because the PCBs are added in a sandwich form factor by using PCB standoffs. This setup was created to address a problem which I encountered while working on a Raspberry Pi project. I wanted to create a small game emulator using the Raspberry Pi 3B Plus, but the problem was the power supply. A 5-volt adapter was used for powering the Raspberry Pi. A fan was also required to keep Pi cool, but I had to add another 5-volt power supply for it as we cannot plug it directly into the 5-volt of Raspberry Pi. So I made this simple system that consists of 3 layers, each made up of FR4 PCB. The first layer or the battery layer contains a power management IC, IP5306, with 4 lithium-ion cells that give a stable 5-volt output for running the Raspberry Pi and other stuff. The second layer holds the Raspberry Pi in its place by using 4 mounting holes present on the Pi. I use PCB standoff to hold Pi in its place. It also have RGB LEDs, WS2812B, to make this setup look cool and hip. They are powered by the onboard ATtiny 85 microcontroller, and the color is controlled by a vertical push button. The third layer contains a cooling fan setup. A DC 5-volt fan is placed right on top of the Raspberry Pi processor and is powered by a proper fan driver made by using MOSFET IC controlled by ATtiny 13A. This concept was reused from one of my previous projects. Because this setup have active cooling layer, the Raspberry Pi processor worked great, and we could use this setup for power hungry applications like running an emulation OS or playing Doom, for example. By the way, I have prepared a thorough build guide that you guys can check them out. It contains all the step and in-depth explanation about the build. Link is in video description. Also, huge thanks to PCBWay for providing PCB support for this project. After preparing the PCBs for all 3 boards and exporting their Gerber data, I sent them to PCBWay for samples and placed an order for white solder mask with black cell screen for all 3 boards. I received the PCBs in a week and they were excellent as expected. White PCB looked great with black cell screen in general. As for the quality of PCB, each PCB was made properly and there were no error or misprint anywhere. Overall quality was super and I recommend you guys check them out if you need great PCB service for less cost. I first prepared a CAD model of this sandwich setup that I had in mind. The battery layer was placed at the bottom because of stability issue. On top of the battery layer there will be the Raspberry Pi carrier board. This layer will hold the Raspberry Pi and also act as a power distribution layer as it will contain GST connectors for connecting stuff from power via 5-volt fed through the bottom layer. The middle layer also contains ATtiny 85 controlled RGB LED setup for aesthetics. The third layer is known as fan layer and it is used to cool the Pi from top and it blows air on top of the processor. This third layer was completely remodeled from a previous project. Electrically, it's the same as my previous project, which was this fume extractor. Only the form or the shape has been changed. After finalizing the model, I marked each layer dimension with hole distance and other details and made few sketches that will be later used in the PCB CAD for making outlines and placing components. This can also be done by exporting an SVG file and importing it into the CAD software. A total of 3 different PCBs were used in this project. Each served different purpose, so various components were used on each board. The battery layer contained power source for the whole system. IP5306 was used in this layer, which is power management IC that boosts 3.7 volt from a lithium ion cell to a constant 5 volt and can provide current up to 2 amps. 4 lithium ion cells were added to this setup. The second layer is the carrier board, which contains 2 main parts. The connector array that distribute power from the input side to all the connectors and the 80 tiny 85 setup that is connected with 10 WS2812B LEDs. The third layer is the coolest of all, literally. It contains 80 tiny 13A which drives a simple MOSFET as a switch setup for controlling a load, which is a 5V DC fan. Details of mounting holes, PCB size holes and slot were made by following the drawings and dimension taken from the CAD design. After following the assembly procedure mentioned in the project's build guide, this is the final result. A totally awesome looking thing made from stacking PCBs in a sandwich-like form factor. The vertical switch on the bottom battery layer power the entire system. The vertical switch on the carrier layer control LED color, and the vertical switch on the fan layer activates the fan. 3 vertical buttons on each layer control their layer respected functions. I flashed the SD card with Recalbox OS to make an emulation system to run some old retro games like Doom. The game is actually operating at excellent quality and it's pretty dang playable. There are no lag or time delay or screen freeze issue. Next, I install the Raspberry Pi OS on another SD card and then I put that SD card in the SD card slot of the Raspberry Pi. After waiting for a couple of minutes, it boots up and we can now use this setup to run a desktop environment. Now here's something super fun. Let's run Minecraft on this device. Minecraft Pi Edition doesn't come pre-installed, so for installing it we first need to open the terminal and type sudo apt get update command and then type sudo apt get install Minecraft Pi, which start the installation process for the Minecraft app and the Python library. Next, in the terminal we add Minecraft Pi and it will open the Minecraft application. Yes, this Pi edition is super old and it doesn't even have flint and steel for lighting up this TNT block. This setup works and is pretty useful if we want to prepare a wire-free setup or something that will run off on an onboard power source. For example, we can set up Pi-hole and use this setup as a power source or even add a portable display to this setup to make a portable Raspberry Pi based computer. It uses and applications are unlimited. This is it for today, folks. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks PCBWay for supporting this project. You guys can check them out if you need great PCB service at a less cost. Thanks again and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.